Have you ever wondered why some people feel most alive when everyone else thinks they're hiding from life? They sit in the quiet corners of their homes while the world rushes by outside, and something extraordinary is happening inside their minds that most people will never understand. These individuals aren't running away from the world. They're running towards something far more valuable than what crowds can offer. And the psychology behind this preference reveals a secret about human consciousness that changes everything we think we know about happiness. Here's what researchers discovered that will shock you. People who love staying at home don't have empty minds. They have the opposite. Their internal worlds are so active, so vivid, so incredibly rich that external stimulation often feels like interference. Inside their minds, there are entire universes being built, ideas flowing like rivers, emotions painting landscapes that others will never see. But wait, there's something even stranger happening here. Psychologists call this high internal self-presence, and only a small percentage of people experience it at this level. These individuals can stare at a window, sip a warm drink, and experience fulfillment that others chase across continents and never find. Their hearts don't beat faster in crowds. They beat steadier in silence. And that steadiness, it's actually a superpower disguised as quietness. Now here's where it gets fascinating. Many of these people weren't always this way. They once tried desperately to fit in. They matched the energy of friends who loved parties and adventure. They forced themselves into the rushing world. And then something clicked. A realization so profound it changed their entire existence. Their calm wasn't a flaw. Their need for solitude wasn't weakness. It was their true nature finally breaking through the noise. But why? What's really happening in their brains that makes home feel like oxygen? Scientists found something remarkable. People who enjoy solitude score extraordinarily high in 3 specific traits: creativity, empathy, and emotional intelligence. Their calm isn't emptiness, it's depth. They understand people better than people understand themselves, even though they spend less time with them. How is that possible? Because silence teaches what noise cannot. Every small moment becomes a story they analyze. Every memory holds lessons they extract. They feel emotions at a level most people avoid. Joy becomes intoxicating. Sadness becomes art. Hope becomes a compass. They don't rush through feelings to keep pace with others. They dive deep into them and discover treasures buried there. Yet the world keeps telling them they're wrong. You're missing out. You should socialize more. Don't you get bored? These words cut deep because they imply something's broken. But here's a truth that will blow your mind. Many of history's greatest innovators were homebodies. They didn't stand in crowds. They stood in their rooms revolutionizing the world while everyone else was busy being busy. So what are they really protecting themselves from? Sometimes it's overstimulation that feels like a tax on their nervous system. Noise, chaos, emotional unpredictability, these don't just bother them, they drain their life force. Their bodies crave stability, like others crave adventure. Home gives them control, and control gives them the peace needed to create magic. Sometimes it's about trust, and this gets dark. They give their hearts carefully because they've learned that not everyone deserves access to their inner world. They feel everything so intensely that one betrayal can echo for years. They're not cold. They're protecting something precious that careless people have damaged before. And sometimes, it's simply preference, pure choice. They've discovered that joy doesn't require a crowd. Reading transports them further than travel. Gaming offers adventures movies cannot match. Creating something personal beats any party. They've unlocked a secret. Happiness isn't measured in events. It's measured in moments of genuine presence. But here's what they rarely confess, and it's heartbreaking and beautiful at once. They love more deeply than people who scatter their attention across hundreds of shallow connections. They care quietly but intensely. They notice everything: the sigh someone hides, the message someone doesn't send, the strength behind someone's silence. When you remove distractions, the heart learns to focus with laser precision. Their relationships might be few, but they're authentic in ways that make typical friendships look like performances. Now let me tell you something that might change how you see yourself. If you're someone who loves staying home, you've probably questioned if something's wrong with you. You've wondered if your personality needs fixing. You've asked yourself why loud gatherings feel exhausting instead of exciting. But what if I told you nothing is wrong? What if the world desperately needs more people exactly like you? People who listen before speaking, who think before acting, who feel before pretending. Your quiet isn't weakness, it's power that doesn't need announcement. Your silence has depth that chatter cannot reach. Your solitude is a gift this noisy world forgot how to appreciate. The truth that changes everything: people who love staying home aren't avoiding life. They're living it with intention so fierce it terrifies those who've never examined their own choices. They refuse to waste words on small talk or time on shallow experiences. They demand meaning, authenticity, real connections, even if those connections are rare. Here's the paradox nobody talks about. Sometimes they love home because the world disappointed them. A friendship that shattered, trust that was weaponized, a moment when their feelings were too vast for others to contain. So they built a sanctuary where they never have to apologize for their depth. And you know what's truly mind-bending? Their minds are studios of endless imagination. They turn silence into creativity, routine into ritual. They don't need destinations, they find purpose in presence. Most people live entire lives without knowing what drains them or what nourishes them. Homebodies learn this before everyone else even asks the question. Loneliness and solitude aren't the same thing. Solitude is chosen power. Loneliness is unchosen pain. You can feel lonely in a crowded room, but powerful in chosen solitude. That distinction, it separates those who understand themselves from those who fear themselves. So here's what I need you to understand. Your life isn't paused. You're not missing out. You're observing, healing, becoming, while everyone else is too distracted to grow. You're building a life that doesn't exhaust you. And one day, when the time aligns with your heart, you'll step outside not because you're forced to, but because you choose to. And that choice will make the outside world feel like home too.